Alright, I really want to analyze this run. I think there's a lot that I can learn from it. I'm hoping for some good feedback from you guys. And I really focused on testing some of the skills of my dog, which was a great experience. And she's made so much progress this year. I basically took a break from trialing this year. Our first trial was last year. The first trial was great, and then it just went downhill from there, and we had all kinds of issues. But this was a much improved run. So I'll just let it run once and then I'll go through the details. Alright, so let me go back, turn off the volume. So here it is. So this is about the best start line stay that we've ever had. It used to be that as soon as I let my hand off her collar, she'd start running off. So she's made great progress with that. I don't think I've ever taken more steps for a start line stay. I'm just trying to increase it slowly by a step or two in every trial. And plus here, my distance is, I'm just moving away lateral, so I'm not moving ahead of the course yet, and I think that helps her too. So that's a great start line stay for us, and I say okay, which is her release word. And here I noticed I should have already now had my outside arm up because we're going to throttle into the tunnel. I remember thinking that if I put my arm up too soon, she'll knock a bar. But that's really a training issue that we need to work through, and since I was just testing skills and wasn't really, working on cueing or, anything else, I should have done it the right way, and I don't know why I did not, but I should have had my outside arm up already and saying in, which is her throttle cue, and I really don't put it up until she's already mid-air over the bar. However, she reacts super nicely, and she reads that throttle. A few weeks ago she would have dashed right through that left tunnel end, and she adjusts nicely. I'm leaning again, so I don't know if I'm supposed to do that or not, if I should be standing up straighter. I've noticed that I do that a lot. Alright, but anyway, she reads that. So a late throttle cue, but she reads it nicely. Here I do a blind, which I've just started doing. I used to only do rears or fronts. And I'm working on my timing for the blinds. Here, I did something that would be challenging for her, so I'm sending her to the top of that pinwheel, basically, so that I can do a blind in between the next jump and the double. And I knew that would be tough for her. She's wrapping nicely and she's jumping nicely. It's these turns. It's kind of like a 90-degree turn that she struggles with, especially with me sending her and not being there with her to kind of baby her over it. And it looks like she knocks it with her right rear. So that's definitely something we got to work on. Sends to the top of the pinwheel and her still keeping that bar up. Then here I'm doing the blind, which I'm super excited. I think I got there in time. I think it was a good blind. And then here I think like my arms look wishy-washy. Sometimes I think my arms need to be more determined or, stronger. And then here is something I'd love to get your feedback on. So she takes this jump and my arm's out, but she comes towards me and then takes that jump. So I wonder how I could have gotten a better line from the double to the next jump. However, she beautifully wraps this. That's not an easy wrap, and I was very surprised she kept that bar up, but that was a great effort on her part. And then here, I had planned to do a rear somewhere in here, just because I hadn't done any rears over the weekend, and I thought it would be fun to do a rear, make sure we don't lose that skill. And when I walked it, I actually walked it to where I stay with her closer all the way to that wing. However, I don't do that and I stay out there. So instead of here, I'm all the way out here. which puts me ahead of her, which isn't the best thing to do for a rear. She knocks that bar. Not sure what I did. Again, it's those turns. It's like, again, another 90-degree turn that is so hard for us. And then I think I just completely butchered this rear. It was a really poor rear. She knocks this bar as well. And she knocks the next bar, but I think I'm completely crowding her right here. So where are my arrows? So we're wanting to go here. And the way I'm shaping her line right there, I believe, is kind of like it's just impossible for her to have a nice line to that jump. So I really think I should have shaped it much nicer. And I'm guessing the reason for my poor shape is my position. I'm here. I wonder where I should be to shape that better and do a better rear. For one, I don't think I should be this close to my dog and crowding her. I'm basically forcing her towards this wing because we're so close. But where should I be, and how can I shape that turn better? Because that's, again, another 90-degree turn. That's not a tick or a tap, and it's not a hop. It's kind of a left jump turn, and you can see it's a hard turn for her. She knocks that bar as well, but I think that was absolutely my fault. That was not a good rear. Here, I wanted to do a blind. A lot of people did fronts. She ended up turning really wide, so I don't know if my blind was just late or I should have used a wrap cue. I just gave her jump cue, and she turned super wide, so I wonder if a front would have been better or what I could have done to improve that. Then this serpentine is very beautiful. I love how close she stayed there to the jump and the wing. She takes that beautifully. I was very happy about that. And then she got her weave pulls. We used to, take 2 or 3 tries to get weave pull entries, and she's gotten so consistent with that. So I'm very happy. Weave, 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 weave. And I noticed I didn't have my arm out, so I really wonder if I should keep my arm out to really help her stay in the weaves. So I'd love your thoughts on that. And then I do a front cross, and we finish. And again, I feel like I'm kind of nonchalant. I should really power through that faster. I can run faster, for sure. And she does that. Again, it's the last jump. She's looking at me. She knows it's the last jump. She knocks that last bar very often. So I guess I got to just power through that a little bit more and run through it with more steps because I stop where she lands. So a little risky. Okay. We're at 8 minutes. I didn't mean for it to go this long. Thanks for staying with me and would love your feedback. Thank you.